Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Call Allah Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Rakabradash. I want to give double honor to the Apostle of GMS, Guru, and Teachable and Shalom to all you brothers and sisters that's out there doing this work in all honesty and sincerity. Alright, so last night while I was at work, saw this Outer Limits episode called The Man with Power. Alright. We're going to see why this man had power. Alright, it was the introduction to it is an experiment endowed as a college professor with powerful telekinetic abilities, which his subconscious mind used to destroy his enemies, including his employer, Dean Ratcliffe. Harold J. Finley, an unassuming college professor, this is the plot, and we're going to find out why he had these powers, develops a device right here. Y'all know what these devices are, all right? Once implanted in the brain, can manipulate objects through mind power, all right? This is what Esau wants to do, all right? Well, he's already developed this device, all right? And they want to implant it in your brains, all right? This is the RFID microchip, all right? They want to put in your brains, all right? So this is how this man had power, how he was able to do what he did, all right? He made things move. He harmed his co-workers, all right? He harmed his wife, all right? Let's see. Let's get some images because, look, bam, here you go. All right, look, you can see that he had his brain cut open, his head cut open right here in this area. Let me click on the picture. You see where you can see where the stitches would be. All right. See again right here where the stitches would be. All right, you're gonna see that implant in his brain here shortly. Bam, right there. Right there, right there in the middle of the forehead. All right, bam, right there. All right. That's how he was able to move things around. They showed him moving this around. And up here, they showed him hurting his co-workers, all right, and having these great powers, all right. All right, let me get into this article that I saw, all right, on BBC News. Will we ever control the world with our minds? This is on BBC.com, all right. I'm just going to read a few things that's in it. All right, for decades, controlling computers by thought was the stuff of science fiction, but now we are tantalizingly close to a breakthrough. The question is, does it create more problems than it solves? You know what? It's a big problem because it's a chip made by Esau Edom, and it's going to have you dumbass people lined up to get it, all right? Elon Musk already got one out there that stupid ass people are, you know, itching to get their hands on. All right, but you know that's gonna be their destruction. All right, science fiction can sometimes be a good guide to the future. All right, that's gonna science fiction tells you what's going on in the future. All right, in the film Upgrade 2018 is when it came out. Gray Trace, the main character, is shot in the neck. His wife is shot dead. Trace wakes up to discover that not only he lost his wife, but he now faces the future as a wheelchair-bound quadriplegic. All right, here we go. He is implanted with a computer chip called STEM, designed by famous tech innovator Elon King. Any similarity with Elon Musk must be coincidental. They're being sarcastic. All right, because this was a movie, and this Elon Musk guy is real talk, real life, all right? Which will let him walk again. That's what this chip does, all right? STEM turns out to be an artificial intelligence and can talk to him in a way no one else can hear. It can take over control of his body. You guess the rest of the story. All right, that's what Elon Musk has said. I seen on one of the brothers' videos a couple weeks back, like Elon Musk said, you know, we built this technology and it's going to be artificial, and they're not going to be able to have control of it. You know, he got a bunch of videos out there talking about this microchip, this RFID chip that they're going to put, this Neuralink chip, forgive me, that they want to put in people's brains. All right, so people want to be cyborgs. All right, let's see what this one says. The reality of being a cyborg in 2019 is much less dramatic, but still incredible. In 2012, as part of a research program led by Jennifer Collinger, a biomedical engineer at the University of Pittsburgh and funded by the U.S. government's Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, DARPA, Jan somebody became one of a tiny handful of people to be implanted with a brain computer interface, all right, in 2012, all right, so they were doing this in 2012. The 53-year-old woman, a quadriplegic due to the effects of a degenerative disorder, had two cables attached to box-like sockets in her head, which connect to what looks like a video game console. So this woman, if you can imagine it, probably had a video game console on her lap, a PlayStation, maybe a Sega Genesis, maybe a little Game Boy, if you can, you know, see back that far, if you're old enough, all right. And two cables attached to the back of her head, all right, to be a cyborg, all right. Whoever her name is can use this brain-computer interface to control a robotic arm with her thoughts, well enough to feed herself chocolate. 3 years later, she successfully flew a fighter aircraft in a computer simulator. All right, so that's what the advancement of this microchip has done so far since 2012 up until 2015, since when she had got it put in. If we go back, she got it put in 2012. Let me get some scriptures, man. I'm sorry. So, Obadiah 1:6, how are the things that Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? By way of this unicorn, all right? By the way of the watchmen, all right? The brothers, starting with Great Millstone on down, pushing this truth, all right? Telling people to wake up, all right? Physically, all right? Spiritually and mentally, to see what's going on in the world that they live in, okay? That's how Esau's things are sought up, by men and the few women, all right? And that's how he's pushing this truth, all right? By the watchmen, all right? Isaiah 58:2. Thy watchmen shall lift up thy voice, all right? With the voice together shall they sing. So they on one accord. The watchmen are on one accord. So we are all on one accord that this brain implant, all right, the Neuralink, okay, or what they call it in 2012, some brain computer interface is the mark of the beast, all right, right here. Brain interface chip right here, mark of the beast, all right. We are all on one accord that they see eye to eye. That means they agree, all right. When the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua shall bring again Zion, all right, that means the Lord's coming back to bring Zion, all right. But the watchmen are all on the same accord, okay, all right. They agree. There's no disagreements, all right. We teach, all right, the truth, all right, from what the elder apostles, all right, have brought out and taught us from the heads of GMS, which are the apostles, all right. Down to maybe even you if you start teaching, okay? Everything you learn from somebody. Can't teach yourself these things, because if you did, you wouldn't need, if you did, it doesn't matter. You need a teacher, all right? So the watchmen, they out there, they see eye to eye, and they agree that this right here, all right, according to the scriptures, all right, let me get that too. This is the mark of the beast, all right? All right, right here. And he causes all, both, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right. Look, right there in their forehead. All right. Homeboy, I forgot his name, whoever he was. He had a mark in his forehead. All right. This lady right here in 2012, she put a brain intercept face in her forehead. All right. The DARPA, the Department of Defense, Advanced Research Project agencies, all right, have been doing this, all right. Let me see what else they got here. Look, this is just all brain control, man. The brain emits a cacophony of signals that new technology would have to be able to filter out to work properly, all right. They want to hook this to your brain and have you be some robot, all right. And this is on BBC right here. Let's read this. Brain-computer interfaces are possible today only because in the 1800s, scientists tried to understand the electrical activity that had been discovered in the brains of animals. So they was testing on animals. They're trying to figure out what the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, blessed the animals with as far as the electrical activity. During the 1920s, Hans Berger developed the electric EEG. All right, you can see what it is if you know how to pronounce it. I don't. All right, to detect electrical activity from the surface of the human skull and to record it. All right. 50 years later, computer scientist Jacques Vidal's research at the University of California led him to coin the term brain-computer interface. All right. And all they doing is getting inside your head, man. Getting inside your head, trying to control you, all right? Look at that. Right there, just like Homeboy from Outer Limits, all right? Just like Homeboy from Outer Limits, all right? Look at that. You see the wires that's in your brain from them putting a chip in your head, man. How stupid could you want to be to do this, man? It's called people just think. Just take the time to think, to do things instead of trying to get a robot to do it for you. All right. Let's just get some more scriptures. Therefore, let us not be. Therefore, this is 1 Thessalonians 5:6. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. So back again to the watchman. All right, being sober spiritually and physically. All right, to know what's going on in the world, to listen. All right, to be willing to be taught. All right, so you can go out and teach. All right. So you can see what's going on, so you can teach other people about what's going on. All right, I'm gonna post this BBC link in the description. Maybe somebody can do a better video on it. All right, I'm sure the brothers probably already seen this and already done a video on it. All right, but you gotta be sober. Be sober. Be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, Esau Edom, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. So it goes back to, being sober, all right, being aware, all right, consciously, spiritually, physically, all right, to know what's going on in the world that you live in, all right, so you don't get caught up in the traps and the wiles of the devil, Esau Edom, all right. So in my Bible, my study Bible, it goes into the mark. Let me see, Revelation 13:16 through 18. It says only unbelievers will receive the mark of the beast. The mark will be placed on either the right hand or on the forehead, but both very visible places. All right. and it goes into some scriptures about what's Acts 17 and 29. So let's see what that says before I get this. For as much then as we are the offspring of the Most High, we ought not to think that the Godhead is like unto gold or silver or stone graven by art or man's devices. All right. So, hey, there's no idolatry, basically, man. All right. The Lord is not made with anything that mankind can physically mold out of their hands. All right. So, taking that chip is, bound down to what man makes, and believing man is your God, is your power. All right. That's one of the scriptures that was in there. All right. This also has in there 3rd Maccabees 22, 2 and 29. All right. It's has compare Revelations 13, 16 through 18 to Maccabees 3, chapter 2, verse 29. I'm just read it. I had to find it because it's not in the Apocrypha, so I don't know, how legit this is, but it's labeled in my study Bible. Those who are registered are to be branded on the body by fire with the ivy leaf sign of Dionysus, and are also to be assigned to their former limited civic status. So I did a little more looking into, that ivy leaf sign of this Greek word Dionysus. All right, whoever this guy is, this Edomite. All right, and this popped up, mark of the beast, right here. All right, so ivy is the symbol of the mark of the beast, as it was used to represent false messiahs, as well as representing the concept of man evolving into godhood or knowing good and evil. Ye shall not die, surely not die. All right. That's what was told to Eve in Genesis. All right. So the ivy symbol was used to represent the false messiahs because they are a counterfeit. All right. That's not the name of the Lord. All right. The name of the Lord is Yahushua. All right. So this is 1 John 15:1. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. So Yahushua is the vine, and Yahweh, which is Yahushua's Father, is the husbandman. All right. I am the vine, and ye are branches. So if you believing on Yahushua, you're doing the things that you following the law, statutes, and commandments. You're making your body a living sacrifice. You're doing the things that the Lord requires you to do. You'll be a branch. Okay. He that abideth in me, all right, who that abide, you believe on, you trust in, all right, you lean on Yahushua, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, you can do nothing for it. So without the Lord Yahushua, we can't do anything, man. All right, so let me get into this, what it said compared to. All right, he Ptolemy, I think that's the 4th or whatever, proposed to inflict public disgrace upon the Jewish community, and he set up a stone on the tower in the courtyard with this inscription: none of those who do not sacrifice shall enter their sanctuaries. All right, all the Jews shall be subject to a registration involving poll tax and to the status of slaves. Those who object to this are to be taken by force and put to death. That's what Esau's going to do to you once you don't take this damn RFID microchip either in your brain or in your dang right hand. All right? Even if you put it in your left hand, you're still not going to escape what the Lord has set up for you. Matter of fact, let me get what the Lord got set up for you. If you take this, man. Revelations, let's go over here. Revelation is 14. All right, I'm starting at 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, all right, which is here, USA, all right, United States of America, all right, the great city, because she made all nations drink of her wine, which is the wine is philosophies, all right, of the wrath of her fornication, all right. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man, that means anybody, you know, man, woman, or child, worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High Yahweh. All right. And the wrath of the Most High is the Son Yahweh that's sitting on his right hand, which poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. All right, that's what's going to happen to you if you take this mark of the beast. All right, so it's either you choose, man. You let Esau kill you. All right, those who object to this are taken by force and put to death. All right, so let me hit number 29. All right, well, let me finish this. You either let Esau kill you for not taking his chip, or you let the Lord kill you by nuclear destruction. All right, which is that fire and brimstone. All right, and the angels and the Lord, the Most High, laughing at you because you were stupid enough to take the mark of the beast, which clearly states, you know, which is clearly being stated by, you know, the brothers of Great Millstone, starting with the apostles on down, to possibly even you if you start teaching, all right, to not take this mark of the beast, okay? And that's close out. All right, but don't do it, man. You're going to die either way, all right? I'd rather die for the Lord than be against the Lord and die because I was against the Lord and have a worse death, all right? Those who are registered are to be branded on their body. So being branded on your body, all right, is look, this is being branded on your bodies, man. All right, look, Esau Edom putting a chip in your brain, all right, all right, because you're paraplegic or you're quadriplegic. That's the judgment for the Lord. That's the judgment the Lord gave you for all your transgressions, man. So take it. All right, so take it. So you're going to either be branded in your forehead, all right, or on your right hand. Okay. By the fire with the ivy leaf, symbol of Dionysus. All right, I don't care how you say it, man. Just a stupid ass Edomite. All right, and they shall be reduced to their former limited statuses. I guess that means you're gonna be as you were before you came into getting this implant. You're gonna be the same poor, broke, middle class or lower class nobody, but struggling. All right, now you just got a chip in you, and that just, you know, that's just marking you for the Lord's destruction. All right, that's all that's doing. I think it's Matthew 10:28. Yeah, right here. So look, man, this is who you need to be fearing. This is who you would rather, you know, rather have Esau kill you for not taking his chip. All right, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. The Lord can kill the soul, man. Excuse me. Let me go back and get this. Right here, he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, holy Lamb. You can see what scriptures I'm pulling up, man. I'm not saying them, but you can go see what I'm pulling up. Right here, fear not which can kill the body. So, you know, if you don't take this chip, you possibly gonna get killed, man. If the Lord ordains it for you to go that route, then, you know, go that route, man. but are not able to kill the soul, man. Esau can't kill your soul, man. He can only kill your body, man. But rather fear him that which is able to destroy both body and soul in hell. And this is what hell is, man. Fire and brimstone, man. The fire and brimstone is those nuclear missiles, man. All right, because once you die, all right, you're going back to see the Lord. Right there. Ecclesiastes 12:7. Then shall dust return to the earth as it was. So if you don't take the chip and Esau, you know, he offs you, okay, cool. Your body's going to go back to where the Lord got it from, where he formed it from. All right. And the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it. All right. So good. You don't take that chip, you know, once you get into there and into the kingdom, the Lord's probably going to be, and his angels going to probably be clapping his hands for you. Yeah, you didn't take the chip. Good job. All right. But if you do, shoot, it's going to be worse for you. And the angels and the lamb, which is Yahweh Shai, they're going to be laughing at you, man. I can just imagine Yahweh Shai laughing at you because you took the chip. And after you took the chip, they shoot off an EMP grenade and you got this chip in your brain. And then your brain just, you know, just go to some type of explosion or some dang type of malfunction because you got this chip in your brain and just the wires and all that just start freaking like malfunctioning, and you have all these little shocks and absorption parts in your brain from you taking the chip, from being a dumbass, you know. So don't take the chip. Repent, find your Yahweh Shai. There's somebody in your state teaching this truth on the corners, the highways and the byways, all right, whether it be on the internet or out there on the street corner. I'm sure you walked it past the Israelites somewhere, all right. If I found them, all right, I know you can find them, all right. And this is the 100% truth, all right. starting with Apostle Tahar, all right, on down to all the members that's in GMS, all right. And if you're not a part of GMS and you're teaching the doctrine that GMS is teaching, good, all right. Keep pushing, all right. Let me end with this, man. 1 Samuel 12:24. Only fear the Lord and serve him in truth with all your heart, for consider how great things he have done for you. All right, Lord, if you watching these videos, all right, and you believing on what it is that we're teaching and what's being taught through the men of Great Millstone on down, then you should consider how great that is. The Lord has pulled you out of the misery of society to believe on something greater than yourself, which is him, Yahweh Yahweh Shai, okay? Him and his holy son, Salakia, all right? And the Lord is only asking that you fear him, all right? And serve him in truth with all your heart. So that means everything that you do for the Lord, you need to do with all thy might. I know there's a scripture for that. It's in Ecclesiastes, I think it's 10, might be 9. Yep, it's 9 and 10. Let me get that. Because you're not doing it for yourself, man. You're doing it to glorify the Lord. All right? Yahweh Shai, man. All right? Whatsoever thy findest to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave where there thou goest. So if you come across this, man, not my videos. Who cares about my videos? You come across the people's videos, the brothers' videos that's been doing this longer than me, you know, teaching and, you know, prophesying and saying things that are to come. That's what prophesying is. And you don't take heed to it, you just marking yourself for destruction, man. Maybe the Lord will be, you know, merciful on you and bring and show it to you again. But don't pass this up, man, because this could be your salvation is on the line, you know. But if you are doing this, man, you're supposed to do this with your whole heart, your whole mind, all right, your whole spirit, your whole everything, your whole hand. Put everything to it, man. Along with just trusting your belief in the Lord, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. All right, I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. All right, I'm gonna post this link in the description for it, and that's what's gonna be. That's gonna be it for me. So I'm gonna say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Halayim Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakadas. I want to give double honors to Apostle G-Mess who will going to teach one and shalom to all you brothers and sisters that's out there pushing this truth in all honesty and sincerity. Shalom and a Bible ball.